Warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy, and here it is a part 3 of NTA UGC NET 2019 CS paper 2 solution. And for part 1 and part 2, please visit our description section in which the link is given so that you can get the first 10 questions solution from there, right? So without any delay, let's just get start. The question is, the Boolean expression is given to us, that is a b plus a b bar plus a bar c plus ac is unaffected by option A is A, option B is B, option C is C, and option D is A, B, and C. So let's just solve. So the Boolean expression is given to us is A, B plus A, B bar plus A bar C plus A, C. So we just need to apply some Boolean for Boolean identities there. We need to solve it according to the Boolean algebra, and in this expression, if I take a as a common and b plus b bar, I can write it like this, and for this I can take c, plus is there, right, and I can take c as a common and a plus a bar is there. Now further, b plus b bar is nothing but 1 and a plus a bar is nothing but 1. So a dot 1 plus c dot 1. So ultimately I am getting a plus c. So ultimately whatever result this expression will lead will depend on the values of a and c only. So in question we have asked the Boolean expression is unaffected by, so it will be unaffected by value of b. Whatever the value of b would be there in the expression, it is completely unaffected by this, right? So I hope the question solution is clear to you. The next question is, if we want to resize 1024 into 768 pixel image to one that is 640 pixel wide with the same aspect ratio, what would be the height of the resize image? So guys, this kind of questions asked in UGC NET paper each year, right? So basically there are several subjects like computer graphics. So from this subject that this question was asked, so we will solve this. But before, I am just requesting you to guys, please subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell icon button so that at least we get a response from you guys that you are at least interesting in getting such kind of lectures ahead also, right? So let's just solve this. If we want to resize 1024 into 768 pixel, so basically we need to take same aspect ratio. So the formula is there, basically aspect ratio. If you know the basic concepts of computer graphics, then for aspect ratio we have the formula that is width by height. Aspect ratio is nothing but width by height. ठीक है, width is nothing but 1024 and height is 768 pixel, right? So it is nothing but aspect ratio. If we get cancel this width, we can cancel, then we will get 4 by 3 as a ratio of this, right? And now we have asked that to one that if we want to resize the pixel image with keeping aspect ratio same. So 4 by 3 is there and 640 pixel wide. So width is given to us 640, and we have asked what would be the height of the resize image. So it would be the height. So it is the simple equation and we can just solve it. Height is equals to 640 multiply with 3 divided by 4. 4 4 ja 1, and here 4 4 ja 1, 2 is remaining, and 4 6 ja 24 and 3. So it's nothing but 116 to 3. So 16 3 ja 48. So 480 pixel. Right. So 480 pixel is the answer. Right. The next question is, which of the following CPU scheduling algorithm are supported by Linux operating system? So the very first option is non-preemptive priority scheduling, option B preemptive priority scheduling and time sharing scheduling, option C time sharing scheduling only, and option D preemptive scheduling only. So which of the following CPU scheduling algorithms are supported by Linux operating system? So basically Linux operating system can support preemptive priority scheduling as well as time sharing scheduling, right? So option B is the correct answer, right? So basically in theoretical part of that you can get that, right? So option B is the very correct answer. The next question is, So according to the ISO 9126 standard quality model, match the attributes given in list 1 and list 2. So here is a list 1 and here is a list 2, and we need to match the items from list 1 to list 2. So basically software engineering subject is there, which is very important for UGC NET, and around 8 to 10 marks question they asked each year from this subject, right? So don't miss that subject. Now the option A is functionality. So functionality for list, right, relationship between level of performance and amount of characteristics related with achievements of purpose. So functionality is nothing but characteristics related with achievement of purpose. So A is related with 2. In list 2, it is matching with second one. Reliability. Reliability is basically capability of software to maintain performance of software, right? It is the capability of software to maintain performance of software. So B will go with option 4. Now option C, efficiency. So efficiency is basically, it is the efficiency is nothing but relationship between level of performance and amount of resources. It is called as that, what is the level of performance according to the amount of resources. It is called as efficiency. So option C will go with 1, and remaining one is D. So maintainability, the remaining one, that is effort needed to make the improvement. It's called as maintainability. So D is go with option 3. 2431, 2432, 2413, 2413, right? Option A is the correct answer. And the next question here is, when using Dijkstra's algorithm to find the shortest path in a graph, which of the following statement is not true? So basically from algorithm subjects also each year, from 3 algorithm is there. Prim's algorithm is there in graph theory, and then Kruskal's algorithm is there, and Dijkstra's algorithm is there. So one is Prim's algorithm, second one is Kruskal's algorithm is there, and third one is Dijkstra's algorithm. So each year they can ask either from Prim's, either from Kruskal, or either from Dijkstra. Every year at least one question you will find from one of this topic, right? So don't miss that also. Now let's just go on to the question again. When using Dijkstra's algorithm to find the shortest path in a graph, which of the following is not true? We need to find not true. So option 1, it can find the shortest path within the same graph data structure. It is true. It is the basic functionality of Dijkstra's algorithm, right? It can find shortest path within the same graph data structure. That is why we use it. So it is true. Option B, every time the new node is visited, every time we visit the new node, we choose the node with the smallest non-distance or cost to visit first. It is also true, because every time we visit the new node, we just check there that whether this node is having smallest cost or not. If it is not smallest, then we just find the smallest one and we go there. So it derives our path, right? So it is also true, but we need to find not true, right? So okay, option C, shortest path always passes through least number of vertices. No, it is false, because it is not necessary that shortest path always passes through least number of vertices. Because suppose vertices A is there, vertices B, C, D, E, F, G, H, right? So suppose we want to go from A to H, then it is not necessary that every time from on the path of A to H it will be shortest. No, list number of vertices, it is not guaranteed, because it completely depends on the list cost. Suppose if we want to go through A to B, B to C, C to F, F to H, if this one gives us list path, list cost, then it will be the answer. If the path may be like that, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to G, G to H, so it may be our path, but if it will give us lesser cost, right? So every time it is not necessary that path will always pass through the least number of vertices. It depends on the cost, so it is false. And the next one is, the graph need to have non-negative weight on every edge. Yeah, it is true, but because graph need to have non-negative weight. If graph will not have, if a graph will have a negative weight, then it may make somewhat loop and it may repeat the path, right? So it is completely true that graph need not to have non-negative weight, right? Means every graph should have positive edge. for solving Dijkstra's algorithm. So we have to find the which of the following is not true. So option C is right here, right? So it is the correct answer because we need to find false. So option C is false here. So guys, I hope these 5 questions solution which I have made to you are clear to you, and for previous 10 questions solutions the link is mentioned in the description section, so you can easily watch them also and get the complete solution of the previous year paper. And guys, if you really want, then please comment and show your response so that at least we can go through the remaining questions as well. Thank you very nice day, guys. Have a very nice day. And if you have any kind of doubts or queries, please comment your doubts or queries in the comment section, and I will try to solve them as early as possible. Have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.